What's up? What's going on? Minnesota gal,
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
country girl, Debbie, sassy Casey 32, still in leather, rocking the boat. From what I hear, Linda and Gwen, Karen, Rosie. What's going on, everybody? How are you? It's good to be here. R. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Objectionable. Here's a funny face, Brenda. Man, it's good of you guys to be here. So good. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lab After Dark. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz. As always, welcome. Change the name back at Josh's suggestion. Hey, appreciate it. Speak of the devil, the deer are here wanting food. Well, you have a deer farm. Now that we know that you have a deer farm, it's not as weird that there are deer all around. It's not quite as weird. It was weird at first. It's not so weird now. Lo, good to see you. It is what it is. Good to see Mimi. Linda proven spooky. Mod up. Trev time. My man. Good to see you. Don't Panic says, yay, I'm up late enough to watch LAD. And that is an acronym for Lab After Dark. And I like it. I like it. I'm not great with acronyms, but I like it. Oh, yeah. We sure do. What is going on, everybody? What is today? It's Tuesday the 6th. Tuesday, the taint of the week. That's really what it is. Like Monday, everybody's like, Monday sucks. And Monday, everybody works different schedules. So everybody has a different Monday. I mean, if you're a weekend warrior and you work Monday through Friday, Monday is obviously the worst of all days. And then Tuesday is just kind of like Tuesday's blah. You know what I mean? It's just one day removed from the crappy Monday, but Friday is in the near distant. Yeah. Whatever. Stupid. And then, and I've never really bought into this whole Wednesday's such a good day. Wednesday's hump day. No, it's not for what you perverts think it is. And I'm not calling you guys perverts. I'm saying for anybody else that think it means you're getting over the hump day. That's what it means. The week, the middle is the hump, and that's it. It means nothing else. Nothing. And there are probably people out there that like think that it means that, and it doesn't mean that. It has nothing to do with that. Thursday is the best. Friday Junior. Yeah, you know what? To me, because when I worked Monday through Friday, for years. At least 10 years straight. It was a Monday through Friday situation. And obviously, to me, Friday was the best day. Sunday morning was okay. But then when you hit Sunday around 6 or 7 o'clock, it sucks. That may be even worse than Monday itself. The scary hours. What do they call them? The Sunday scaries. You know. Can you cheer up a little, sir? I'm in a fine mood, Janet. I am in a fine mood. Cheer up. Then cheer me up. Cheer me up. Know what I'm saying? Cheer me up. That's it. Let me see here. Did this just start? Unfortunately, unfortunately for you and me and everybody involved, it just started. No tickling. I'm very ticklish. Very, very like ridiculously ticklish. So yeah. Give the okay. Tuesday, razzle dazzle. It's Tuesday, folks. It's Tuesday. And whatever. But Friday seemed to always be like, it was the best. Friday, right when you get off work. But back in the day, it seems like I've already lived like a full life. Like I've already finished the game of life. I'm just on side missions because we did all that weekend sports. We had basketball games and baseball games, and my kids sucked at baseball. It was pitiful. Oh my God. You wouldn't believe it. Those Saturdays are awful. Watching there's nothing worse than watching your child suck at a sport that you've forced them to play, that they're not interested in working on getting better at. I think Josh the Lab, you're safe on Turtle Island. Oh, thanks. Good Lord. I know that short legs went after me. Find another sport. Well, yeah, I guess. We did. They played basketball, and my youngest still plays basketball. How old am I? I'm 37, but I have kids my age. But yeah, they did. They found another sport that they were really good at. But baseball wasn't it, but they played it for years and years, and they were terrible. There was a time, I'm not even kidding you. There was a time when Peyton was playing center field. Okay. And there was a ball hit to him right up the middle, and he goes to field it, and it medium speed rolls through his legs. He left about that much room between his glove and the ground for some reason, and somehow thought that the ball would miraculously hop up into his glove, and it rolled under his legs. Nobody was even backing him up because, well, it wasn't hit that hard. So it went past him. And I'm not kidding you. This is what he did. Drops down to both knees and lays flat. I don't know what he expected to happen from that. I don't know if he was trying to hide himself. I really don't know. I don't know what it was that he was doing. To this day, I still question it. I don't know, 12, 11, 12. And I had no idea. I had no idea. So he's just laying there. And I'm going, what are you doing? Son, what are you doing? He just laid there. So I don't know. There was a bunch of stories like that. I remember we're driving to a game, and Ronell, my youngest, is going to beach ride, and Ronell was gonna pitch. And there was this kid on the other team. He was like that. Do you know who I'm talking about? Anybody ever remember the little Giants? That Zolfart kid, the fat kid, and he was like you always have that like one like overly strong, chubby kid that dominates. So the other team had that kid on the team, and I would tell him all the time, do not, under any circumstances, throw the ball where he can hit it, because it'll be a home run. So don't. And he did throw him a strike, and it was hit probably, I don't know, at least a mile, maybe further. I'm getting a note here that says that he's disputing what are you talking about, Peyton? I watched you do it. I watched you lay on the ground when you missed that ball. Why do you dispute that?
Huh?
The ball went right between your legs and you laid down. And you dispute that. Why do you dispute that?
That's
what?
All in your mind.
It's all in my mind.
The ball went through my legs, but did not fall down.
Well, okay, whatever. Your connection sounds like crap as usual. Okay, bye. Just that, I mean, his connection was worse than ever. Does he have a voice changer on? I don't think so. Does he? Does he have a voice changer on? My God, what the hell was that? What was that? Huh. Why did he sound like that? Can anybody tell me? I don't know. It wasn't a voice changer. It was just foul connection. Yeah, not a baby anymore. But no, he denies. He doesn't deny that the ball went through. Oops. He doesn't deny that the ball went through his legs. He denies. Hold on. He denies laying there. But he did. I watched it. I watched it. Sammy gifted 5 memberships. Thank you. Weird FBI-ish. Yeah, I guess it was. Hey, hop up on here for a second. Country girl. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Hi, all love this channel. Okay. So are you there? Is that better connection?
Yep.
Okay. Why did you sound like that? It was freaking people out. They think that you're an FBI informant now.
I don't know.
I'm dead serious. People were like, that was scary. Why'd you sound like that?
I don't know.
It wasn't a voice changer?
Why would I have a voice changer?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Okay.
So do you have
no,
a voice?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have a voice changer.
By the way, your avatar is so disappointing.
How's that disappointing?
Star Wars.
Yeah, baby.
Son.
Dude.
Son.
What?
Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
You love Star Wars.
I love Star Wars.
I don't think you do.
Yes, I do.
No, I don't.
I
don't believe you do.
How are you going to tell me what I don't like?
That's a good point, actually. I don't know. I can't respond to that. Did you or did you lay? I watched you lay on the ground.
No, you did not. Nope. You're making that up.
Okay. Did you miss the ball?
Yes. Like, I'm not denying that.
I'm not like, I'm not even trying to humiliate you here because you were when I started the show, I said that you sucked at baseball. You didn't actually suck at baseball. Ronell sucked at hitting.
Okay.
Right. But everything else, and sometimes you sucked at hitting too.
No.
No. Sometimes you did. I watched you strike out 5 times in a game.
5 times?
I think it was 5, maybe 4.
I don't think so, dude. I don't think I've ever had 5 at bats. I was always taken out
after the 3rd one.
After my 3rd strikeout.
Yeah. All right. That's true. And for the new people that are joining the show, this is Peyton, the producer, also my son. He catches a fair bit of crap on here, but that's the way that the cookie crumbles. He's a nice kid. He's well taken care of. He gets fed on a regular basis, semi-regular basis.
Fan favorite.
Fan favorite.
Yeah. Ask the fans.
I don't know if you're a fan favorite. There's only a couple people on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, who else? Who are you competing against? Girth?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Got to see how other people feel about Girth first.
Somebody said that you're their favorite. Peyton's 6'6".
Yes, I am.
Peyton.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why my voice was so deep.
By the way, was I a bad baseball dad?
Yes.
That's terrible to hear.
Well, you'd always like get us this nice gear, all this like fancy stuff. But then you'd like in the same day you'd walk into the dugout and yell at us for striking out.
It was a pep talk.
A pep talk. Right?
Yeah.
Like that helped me. I struck out anyways.
Yeah. The next at bat, did you strike out again?
Oh yeah.
After I said well.
Yes, because you got in my head.
Yeah.
Got in my head.
It was only little league. Like it wasn't even like big time baseball.
I've got traumatic memories.
No, you don't. That's not true. And you're gonna say that, and then there's gonna be people that actually believe it. They're gonna be like, Josh is a bad dad. He abused Peyton and Ronell while they were playing baseball, and I certainly didn't.
No, that didn't happen.
But you make it. You were so tortured as a child playing baseball, right? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, Dad, sorry. Thank you for this $500 bat. Thank you for these beautiful cleats and gloves and my cool jacket and I get hot dogs after every game, gummy worms. Man, I think you guys were more interested in the gummy worms and hot dogs.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe.
And even when you lost by 100, which happened.
Yeah.
You still got food.
I didn't play for the love of the sport. I played because I didn't have anything else going on.
You played because there was a snack bar. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Was there one game where you didn't hit the snack bar afterwards?
I don't think so.
Right. Okay. So that's what it was. You played for the snack bar and the end of the year parties.
Yeah.
You loved the end of the year parties.
When we made a TLCs and I struck out 3 times.
And then Ronell struck out to end the game.
Yeah. Amazing.
And it was TOCs. And when I played in TOCs.
Oh, that's right.
And I did. Yeah, because it's called Tournament of Champions.
Champions, yeah.
When I played in TOCs.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened then?
You struck out 4 times.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Why are you saying that?
Because I know you did.
Peyton, we won the whole thing.
You're putting on a front.
Okay, now you're just being silly.
Oh.
I didn't strike out 4 times.
Oh.
When would I have struck out 4 times? And yeah, I did play baseball, but I did not strike out 4 times. we didn't. It wasn't like when you guys played in one game and eliminated. We played the entire, all the way to the championship.
Okay. Yeah. What's your point?
We won.
Oh.
We won the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Is that
your team lost the first game? You struck out 3 times. Ronell struck out to end the game, and a 1-0 loss.
Were you even there for that game?
I'm sure I was.
Mike
Trout Diaz. Look, it says Josh Mike Trout Diaz.
Sure.
Was I that good?
What?
I wasn't that good.
No, nobody's that good.
Mike Trout's way good.
Yeah, nobody's.
Back to you laying down because you did it, and I watched you do it.
No, I did.
Why did you tell were you even there for that one? Will you tell people about the time you fouled the ball into your mouth?
Okay, yeah. So I was like 9 years old and saw the ball heading for my face. I swung anyways for some reason. It hit what would you call it? Like the handle of the bat?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, like whatever. It hit that part of the bat and it ricocheted.
You fouled the ball into your own face.
Yeah.
Into your mouth, and you split your lip.
Yeah.
You started crying.
Right.
You came over to the dugout. I wiped your mouth, and then I sent you back up there, and then you struck out.
Yeah. That happened.
On the very next pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened. But if there's one thing I can tell you, it's that ball did roll right under my legs.
What do you mean?
Like the play you're talking about, it did roll between my legs, but I didn't like lay down after. I don't know who would do that.
No, it went through your legs.
Yeah. And
once you realized it got a good portion past you, you kind of like fell to your knees and laid there.
I don't think so, brother.
You really don't remember that?
No. It might just be me like blocking out the memory,
Right.
but I'm pretty sure that didn't happen.
I remember an all-star practice when somebody fouled the ball off when you were catching onto your thigh, and it looked like somebody had like shot you the way that you fell. I remember just walking over going, dude, get up. We don't have that much time in practice left. You're like, you got to be kidding me. you were like 2 weeks off a hernia surgery.
Yeah. You had me practicing 2 weeks off of a hernia surgery.
I didn't. The doctor cleared you.
That doesn't mean that I can still play.
You wanted to. I asked.
Wow.
Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's time for you to go.
Right.
So you did. So you do admit that you did lay down.
I do not admit that I laid down. That's not happening. There's no way that I laid down.
I still have your home run on my computer. Your only home run.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while.
You want to watch it tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe you should put it on the Lab After Dark.
Maybe I will. I will do that.
Let people know how good I was.
You hit one. It was a great. I'm going to put it on YouTube so we can just forever memorialize it.
What about that other story where I was a catcher and somebody swung and they swung it too far behind the shoulder and hit me in the head?
Yeah, you got hit in the head.
And I fell over.
Yeah. Not long after that, you developed epilepsy.
Yeah. So
that's true, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
But I don't think that had anything to do with it.
But I mean,
but it could have.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, you did get you got hit in the head twice in the same game.
I had catcher's I guess mask.
Yeah.
I had it on, but that doesn't really stop you from getting woozy. Right.
And about how long after that? No, it wasn't a TBI. We had his brain tested. The epilepsy wasn't from the from head trauma. I don't think.
I doubt it.
Well, yeah, because it was kind of a common.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway.
I mean, what head trauma could, like, I don't think I had that bad of head trauma.
I don't know, man. You were pretty woozy.
Fell right over, brother.
Yeah. Could be. Does he really have epilepsy? My son has it too. Yes. Do you want to disclose that?
I have epilepsy.
He has a form of it. A form of epilepsy.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not that bad, though.
Nah, you're good. Yeah. All right. See you
later, brother.
Yeah, he developed, or I think it was around 12 or 13 when he developed what they call juvenile myoclonic epilepsy. So, and it was more of like these kind of jerk type of seizures, but yeah, like you said, that's true. You never know what causes stuff. So are those the ones where you don't shake? Is that what it is? It's just like, he really is, honestly, like, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. Both of my children, both of my kids who are now 18 and 19 are like fantastic dudes. They're really cool guys. They're really nice, polite, kind kids. They really truly are. They're, you know, they're better. They're just better than I was, and really better than I am and will be. You know, just very, very kind-hearted, good dudes. Yeah, they're really good guys. Both have girlfriends that are wonderful and sweet, and they are the sweetest, Linda. Yes. Let's see. Somebody asked. This is interesting. Okay. I've seen people have seizures on TV, but never seen one in person. What are they like? They are terrifying. They are debilitating. They are absolutely frightening, because the person basically is just not there. They kind of just leave, if that makes any sense. And until that stops, and even after it stops, they're not there for a while. It's very hard to watch. There's so many different reasons for seizures. I honestly did learn a lot about seizures when Peyton was diagnosed. And but I'll tell you, so the first one, it was the absolute scariest day of probably my life, when and it was Christmas morning. He had his very first seizure. None of us knew. He was with his mom Christmas morning, and he just started shaking, fell off the couch. And then somebody called me, and they were like, he's having a seizure. He's not doing well. It's so, and the thing is, if you don't know, you don't know. Anti-A, it really did at this point. Nah, he doesn't get scared. He does pretty well, but he hasn't had like a full seizure in a long time. It's been a while since he's had a full grand mal. He's had jerks and stuff like that, but nothing. He's probably had like 5 or 6 of the big ones. No, I don't believe that he doesn't remember anything when it happens. So, but yeah, anyway, he's fine. He really is. Doesn't really affect his life very much at all anymore. It used to when he was younger, and it was worse when he was younger too. It's actually gotten better. So he's good, but that doesn't stop the fact that he laid on the ground after trying to field a baseball. It went right under his legs. Yeah, right under his legs. God dang. My husband has a traumatic brain injury from 27 years ago. Yeah, that is a terrible thing. Yeah, he really is. He does fine. He's doing great. It was strategic, but yeah, the ball literally rolled right under his right under his legs, and you're just like, ah. But yeah, anybody dealing with any sort of epilepsy, and there's a bunch of different kinds. It's pretty traumatic, and my thoughts are with you, especially if you have a kid that has epilepsy. It can the the Rays win. The Rays win every night, Kale. They win every night. The fear can really get to you, and it used to get to me a lot worse. It definitely wasn't the he didn't have epilepsy then, trust me. We have a 5-year-old, but she's like, the last frontier. It really is. Yeah, it definitely wasn't. But yeah, you take medicine, and you a lot of them can be controlled. My son always has them at night. I'll kiss her dogs. Yeah, I know, it sucks. It's terrible. There was some bad times with it for sure. And if it didn't depress me so much, I'd talk about it. It's kind of even reliving it, going back that far. I mean, we've came so far since then, and we understand so much more now. Not that it's not scary, but we do know what's going on. So that makes a huge difference, if that makes any sense. When we had no idea, when we had no idea, and you're just wondering what the hell's going on, So we did that. But yeah, great kids, both of them. Not like when you're going, holy crap, because I'd known a little bit about seizures. I mean, it wasn't that but I also knew that you could have a seizure for a million different reasons. Like we had no idea what the reason was. And it was terrible. But if I could give anybody advice, is don't let it take over. Don't let the fear that, hey, this is going to happen, because it may or may not happen. Life happens. And I felt so bad sometimes holding him back from things that I should never have done. And it was so difficult to let go, because I wanted him next to me, and I wanted to keep an eye on him. But I also, and you know what, there were times where he would go, and yeah, he would have a seizure, and then, but he was always with somebody. He was always with somebody who knew about his condition. And so, but I would just tell people, to be honest, like, just, make a plan, share that info with whoever, your kids want to go do stuff, And I was just at one point, I was like, God, I don't want to be too overbearing here, but I am a little bit. I was just worried, So I'm glad that, but like I said, we've came so far, and trust me, it's not something that we still like deal with some stuff, but not like it was. Not like it was. Yeah, so that's another thing too, is where we at? Okay, so the education piece is important. I'm not even kidding you. I learned so much about epilepsy. I talked to people that had it, have it, read testimony, you know, all kinds of stuff. Do you guys drive? He doesn't, but he's supposed to grow out of it. So yeah, he's going to drive. He knows how to drive. He's just not driving quite yet. But yeah, we do drive. For sure. I know people are. It's just a really yeah. And that was another thing that I would tell him, because at one point when he got diagnosed with it, it was one of those things where it's kind of shocking to hear, a diagnosis like that. And he's like, okay, so I have epilepsy. And I was trying to explain to him, and I don't know if at the time he realized it, but I think he does now, is that I think he realizes now, like, we all kind of have our crosses to bear, if that makes sense. We all have our burdens, and we all have our issues in life. And I think that he did start to realize that as well. And we met a little girl that was born a diabetic, and and she was kind of explaining the stuff that she would go. It was pretty humbling for all of us, because that's a really rough, being born like that, when you can't regulate. Golly, I mean, she started when she was a little girl. She had a whole insulin pump. I don't know if she was born with it, but it was when she was really young. But yeah, she had like an insulin pump at such a young age. It was sad. Wow. So, yeah. I've got one hell of a mobility scooter though, and you have a boat. You have a boat and a mobility scooter, and you're living the life. Yeah, Rage. It wasn't. I'm not. I wouldn't. I'm not apologizing for protecting them, but I apologize for probably being too cautious. I have always felt bad about that. I have always felt bad. Oh my goodness. My stepson diagnosed with diabetes at 10. His mother didn't monitor it. He got used to lying about it to us. He died at 40 from low blood sugar and seizure in his sleep. That's just terrible. Just terrible. Yeah. Yeah, my grandma was that way with me and my sister. Very like, you know, where you going? What are you doing? Who you with? What are you saying? Just everything. And it was because of what happened to my mother. So she, in turn, was very protective of us. But like I said, it just, if I could give anybody advice, advice is, and I know it's easier said than done, but like, just don't let the fear control you. Don't let your kids, or you just can't. And I would explain it to Peyton the same way. Like, you have epilepsy, which means, in a sense, I kind of do too. Meaning, you know, whenever he would have a seizure, well, we ended up in the hospital, him and I. When he was having a bad episode, like, you know, it was us. And I just said, you know, we were going through it together, and we did go through it together, and we're still going through it together, and we will always go through it together, him and I. We did, and we figured it out. His brother as well. You know, you figure it out. And so that's it. You know, that's all there is to it. Just living life. That's why I thought Otis was having a seizure the other day. And by the way, somebody asked earlier how Otis is doing. I got to tell you, if he's not 100%, he's 95. He's 95. He's up there. He is doing so good. So good. Being his sweet little self, taking his medicine good. He does the eardrops, fantastic. It's just, yeah, back to his rotten little naughty ways. I couldn't tell he was your son. I'm new here to this channel and thought he was a caller. You guys speak as if you were friends. That's so great. Yeah, you know, at this point, I didn't know that it would turn into this, but like, yeah, we absolutely are friends. That is the truth, you know, but they're my kids. They're my kids. They feel like my little brother sometimes. We laugh and giggle, and we just have a great time, and we just take care of each other. We just take care of each other. She just found out a few days ago. Oh, I'm sorry, Crystal. Rach says, are you ready for my rare autoimmune and learning to get out of a chair again? That's terrible. I share my sister. We're raised on a toxic waste dump. Cancer, seizure. Wow. That's scary. Terrible. Scary. That's a wow. Yeah. Like I said, you just never know what anybody else is going through. And one of the things that I've also learned too is like, bitching and moaning about it does absolutely nothing. It does nothing. Trust me, take it from somebody who's bitched and moaned about stuff. It's such a waste of time. It's such a waste of time. And a waste of energy. And you can't just look at it like, why me, because you're never going to get that. There's not an answer to that question. Why me? It's just how it is. Getting help is completely different. But to just moan and groan and, all of that doesn't do anything. It does not do anything to feel bad for yourself. Nobody's going to feel worse for you than you feel for yourself. And it's like, what? You don't need to do that. People are going to feel bad for you while you're talking to them. And then after that, you're always left alone with your own thoughts and whatever it is that you have. So we all have our crosses to bear. Sandra says it always helps me to remember there's always someone who has it worse. There's absolutely no doubt about that. I mean, you could find somebody that could one up you every single day if you look for them, if they're willing to actually tell you, what's wrong with them. Most people keep their worries and their aches and pains to themselves. However, we think everybody is loud about it because, we're just like, wow, the people that are loud about it are just loud about it, So, be anxious for nothing. Tomorrow's going to come. And it's totally good to reach out and vent and be frustrated and okay, Josh, I will write my son's mental health struggle and his impact. Jordan mattered, his story mattered. Write my son's mental health struggle. What do you mean? You're gonna write a book? Is that what you're talking about? Mental health struggle, yeah. Sammy says, wonderful chat tonight. Feel the love in here all the time. Sometimes, right? Most of the time. Most of the time. I remind myself every day that I'm thankful for it. Yeah, of course. Let me see. BC, I honestly don't understand. I mean, maybe to unsubscribe and resubscribe and then redo the notifications. Maybe that will help some. I hope it will help some. Happy said your piece the other night with dignity. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea that that many people had been affected. So that was interesting. And I'm glad that some people were able to kind of glean from that situation. Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, everything that I said that night was 100% truthful, and I would sit under oath, a lie detector, whatever. All it was nothing but being truthful. That's it. Yeah, and it's frustrating because when you try to be, I've never dealt with somebody like that. I've never dealt with such a blatant lie, you know. Roswell, thank you so much for being a nocturnal lab rat for 2 whole months. Love it. I was diagnosed with MS 11 years ago. I had so many friends telling me they were so sorry. I was like, why? I'm not dying. It's just learning to live a new normal. My best friend's mother has MS, and you were so right. And you're just 100% right. Off subject, how did you land Chris Hansen? I didn't. Girth did. That was all Girth. I didn't land the Hans. Girth made that happen for me. And himself, really. Hi, how are you? Let's see. Yeah, it was really cool. BC Process, I don't get it. I unsubbed from the lab. By the way, I've been hearing this a lot too. I'm blocked. Has anybody heard? That seems like I'm kind of getting that rap that I'm a blocker. And I've seen it in some other chats before. Is that the skinny on old Joshy Poo? Am I known for blocking my own people? Is that something that I do? Is that the lowdown on Josh? I hope not. I've just heard it like yeah, Gwen, I can see you. Of course I can. Why wouldn't I be able to see you? Huh. Not here on your, I don't know. I haven't been on there. No, like that one's much more like that channel can sometimes it can be more difficult. it can be just a little bit more difficult, I guess, to see everything in the chat sometimes. But yeah, like they were talking about it the other day. Padlock, did I unblock you? I don't even know if I blocked you. Did I block you? Well, I don't know. I unblocked a ton of people. Yeah, I unblocked like a ton of people, so it shouldn't be a problem. But I saw people over in AB's. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what he's doing real quick. Let me see if Otis is awake. There's no way that I told you to go to hell. There's no way that I told you to go to hell. No way. Otis is asleep already. It's unbelievable. I didn't tell you to go to hell. I just wouldn't do that. And I don't remember blocking you. Oh, okay. Yeah, seriously. Padlock up to his usual antics. Why don't you padlock your mouth? Just kidding. I really like, it's very rare that I try to, like, if I have to be pretty mad at somebody to condemn them to eternal damnation. Like, go to hell isn't really something that I say. I'm not really a go to hell kind of guy, you know. I'm terrified of the rapture. No, I don't think I've ever had a bad mod. I don't think so. But no, it's just not something. Can't say I don't think I have. It's not that I like be like, oh, you know, go to hell. Because if I'm going to tell somebody to do that, are we back to that? No, we're not. If I was going to tell somebody to actually do, like, I would mean it. So I'd have to be really mad. Gail. Good night, Gail. It's good to see you. Like, I had an aunt one time tell another aunt that she was going to hell. And it wasn't, she didn't say, hey, go to hell. She says, you're going to hell or you're going to go to hell. And I thought that was extreme. I was like, wow, that might be one of the worst things that you can say to somebody. That is tough. That's a tough sentence. And it's crazy to say something like that to me. Josh, old pal, which orange came first, the fruit or the color? The fruit or the color? I mean, that's a really good question. Actually, it's not a really good question. It's a pointless question, but it's an interesting thought. I don't know. Angry Anakin. Is that Peyton? Why are you in the chat? Why are you in the chat? You should be working. We need the dinner party clip up. Back to work. Tell everybody bye. Say bye-bye. Right in the chat. Bye, everybody. I got work to do. Say it. I want to see you say it. Go on. Say it now. I got work to do. I told my dad I'd have this video up for him by tonight. Still not up. Just checked. What are you doing there? You want to get into a debate about the color orange and the fruit itself, but I don't have my video up. Angry Dadican. Yeah. Poor Peyton. Oh my God. Peyton, tell everybody bye. He's so funny. I'm kidding. Come on. I'm not kidding. Get back to work. Case can yeah, she was just like, dude, you're going to hell. I just couldn't. But here's the funny part. My aunt's reaction to that was, so are you. So apparently they made plans. They made some plans or something to hang out at some point in the afterlife. It's just like, apparently they're both able to condemn each other to the fiery pit. And everybody's cool with it, apparently. I remember I told my grandma, I said, that's insane. Like, that's just a crazy thing to say. She goes, well, sometimes people get mad, Josh. I was like, are you kidding me? Sometimes people get mad. Yeah, I guess they do. I've been mad. I never went, God, I'm so mad at you. I want you to burn in hell for eternity. I mean, that would probably be, that would be like for specific people. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not just something you flippantly throw around. Oh, you're going to hell. No. You got to save that. Because if you just start going around telling everybody that, it loses its sting. It loses its allure. It loses its cruelness. You know. So it's like when people say that they have more than when they say that they have more than one favorite thing. I hate that. Like, that's my favorite. Everything's my favorite. Oh, you're disrespecting the word. You know, not everything can be your favorite. You can have favorites. But you don't need like 10 of them. Oh, that's my favorite. Pizza's my favorite. Chinese is my favorite. Titanic's my favorite. You can have favorite different things, but like, you can't have more than one favorite food. Just like you can't have yeah, that's tough. My mom has dementia. Yeah, that doesn't, I mean, I understand. My grandpa had that. He never said anything like that, but he did call the cops on my grandma once, which I found at the time very sad. And now that I think about it, I think it's funny. And I think she probably sees some humor in it too. Yeah, well, you know what? We all know what the corporate sector wants to do. Stay away from them. All right. Yeah. See, exactly. So you're telling me you like Lab After Dark more than the Lab. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know if that hurts my feelings or not. It shouldn't. I don't think it does. I'm going to take some time to process it. It's just, this is what I enjoy a little. I enjoy it more. I'm new, so I can't judge. There's a lot of new people here. There is some newish people. Yeah. Hi, Ashley. More relaxed. You chat with us more. Yeah. The interaction I do. Sometimes I'll go on long rants, but yeah, we call it crowd work. I disagree. I wait for the regular Lab every day, but fall asleep before dark. So interesting. But yeah, it's just, I like doing this as much as anything else. Yeah, there's some there. Yes. And by the way, this chat is very active. People are very kind here. People don't really fight. And, so it's nice. Well, here's the thing too. Look, I can do it. I have some stuff that I'm working on for sure. But I know I'm always torn. I'm always torn. You got it. I promise. We're back. It's been just, little slow for me right now. It's okay. Meaning like, I think I took a lot of time away last month. And, it was, a bit much. Busy with Otis, and then last month, and I didn't even bring this up, but because it had already been enough. But my uncle passed away. I'm not going to Iraq. My uncle passed away, but then just 2 weeks later, my other uncle, his brother, passed away. That happened not that long ago. So I lost two uncles. I lost two uncles in 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. My uncle that passed away, he actually overdosed. He was the one that was living out on the streets. And as cruel as it sounds, it was something that I used to fear and expect, and that it hadn't happened sooner. And I just didn't feel like talking about it. It wasn't as much of a shock to me, but it was a shock. But it wasn't like a major shock, if that makes any sense. It was like you expect it, but you don't. Every time they would pull, there was this marsh, and homeless people sometimes would end up either, drowning in there. They would be doing drugs, and then because they slept like near this like marsh, and they just ended up in there. And every time they say, oh, they pulled a body out of there, or they found a body in the woods or whatever, anywhere in the county, my first thought was like, it was going to be my uncle. So, and it hadn't been until just a couple of weeks ago. So that did happen. But yeah, they found him in a mall bathroom. It's very terrible way. No, we don't have gators. No, we do not have gators. It was sad because he was like a really good uncle. Yeah, his lifestyle was rough. Yeah, he had been clean for years. It was really strange. It was my Uncle Felix, and my Uncle Felix was like Superman growing up. Just a big, strong, Mexican Indian man. Mom's Spanish, his dad was Indian. And very athletic, very strong, probably. And he owned a roofing company. It was called Cottage to Castle Roofing. And he was just kind of a stud. Good looking dude, big old muscles, football, wrestling, boxing. Yeah, he's the one that gave away my my necklace. And I worked for him for a couple of summers when I was younger, and I remember watching this guy roof. I'd never seen anybody work like that. And he wasn't on drugs at the time. He was clean and sober. This is a really hardworking guy. And everybody else would go home at like a normal hour. He would stay and he would turn the lights to his truck on. He would turn the lights to his truck on and point it at the roof. And he would go from there. He'd work super late into the night. Oh, very cool. Very cool. And I remember when his downfall started to happen, because he was at my house at the time. I was living with my at the time girlfriend. We were living together, and it's like, I don't know. He asked if I wanted to go get a beer. This was like 2006. He was like, "Hey, you want to go get a beer?" And I like looked at him and I was like, "A beer?" And my cousin that was with him at the time was like looking at me, and he was like, And from that point on, that's when he really started to slip away. And the disease, which I believed that there is a disease element definitely to it, because she's such a different person. It was terrible. And he was just downhill from there, from that day since. It was not good. And then once my grandma died, his mom, it was even worse for him, because he didn't have a place to like go clean up or anything. And it was a nightmare. But anyway, he passed away. So now that's 3 uncles on my dad's side, and yet my dad's healthy as a horse. Go figure. Go figure. My two uncles that were really good guys. Weird, huh? Really, really weird. What a life you've had so young. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting one. I'll tell you that. It's been an interesting one. Yeah, it was just all downhill. I watched it. I watched him lose everything. I watched him lose his business. I watched him lose his house, his family, his vehicles. I watched him lose everything, and be reduced to a homeless bum. Beach Lady says, hi, all love this channel. Thank you. Thank you. Texas Lady Truth. And Jesse. I agree with that. I agree with that. So anyway, but yeah. Definitely a tough thing to watch. It was because I mean he was awesome. He was my favorite. Well, see, the two that just passed away were my two favorite uncles, honestly. So that sucks. But I had a lot of, I have a lot of good memories with them. They're just, they're pretty young in their mid 60s. And so that sucks. Every time I'd see my uncle wandering the streets, I'd get a hold of him and go, what are you doing? Do something, get better. I mean, it was futile at that point, which I understood. I got it. Makes sense. The addiction was just there. But yeah, he died just 2 weeks after my uncle. So I haven't been doing that much in the way of YouTubing, but yeah, I'm not, and trust me, we're not just gonna, I think maybe even a little earlier. I don't know how old they are. There's just been a lot. And then Otis and whatever. And we're going to continue to cover the Summer Wells case on the lab, but we're also going to continue to start covering other stuff as well. But I'm just not doing, I'm not doing kid stuff anymore. I just don't think I can do that anymore. The kid aspect. But there are some stories and things that I am interested in, if that makes sense. But I will. Yeah. The funny thing, so I was supposed to have an interview with that guy. We had been in contact, and it's been a little difficult to get a hold of him in the last in the last couple days. I mean, we were having conversation. Yeah, man, we give it. And then I'm like, okay, well, can't get a hold of Dudley now. He's on the run. Friggin' Dudley. Yes, I will. Yes. Dylan Rounds, and Michael Vaughn in summer, and then I will little kid cases, like little infant. I can't. Yeah, he's wanted, but he's not going to show up on a YouTube channel where thousands of people are going to watch him. You know, he's like hiding. He's hiding. He's hiding. And he very well should be. I mean, those are some serious charges. Those are some serious charges. If you wear a MAGA hat, yeah, maybe. Yeah, he's avoiding. He's definitely not. You don't think so? You don't think so? That's and like I said, that's the thing too. Like, I didn't even mean to get into the Summer Wells case. It was nothing planned. What were his charges? It was like domestic battery and like robbery or something. Something like that. Texas lady. Yeah. That case, Summers case, has affected a lot of people in like a profound way. In a profound way. And trust me, I know what I owe Summer. She changed my life from the people that were in it to like I was already on YouTube. I had already been podcasting. I'd already been doing that kind of stuff. But like I met some really amazing people. And became part of a community and movement. So I totally understand. Met Trevor. I met all of you because of that, pretty much. Pretty much all of you. So I get it. I understand. I totally understand. And like I said, I know, but it's just like, and it's funny because everybody's like, oh, you do it for the money, do it for the money. It's like, I've said this a million times. I was on a non-monetized channel covering Summer's case for like 8-7 months. Not a dime. I didn't make $1. And I didn't say a word because I wasn't. That's never been the issue. But you know, people can say what they want and however it makes them feel. That's fine. Typically, it's the people that are really upset with life. But I mean, on my original channel. On my original channel, Hi, Kimberly. How are you? Let me share here. Share screen. This was the original. Like I don't have anything like on here right now. But yeah, look. Yeah, and you know what, people become members, and you know, people do donate, you know, and so that I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful that people show up for my show. But I'm telling you, I did this for months. Huge crowds. Huge crowds. You know? And didn't care. Still don't. Still don't care. So, you know, like I said, people, you know, that's just an angle that people run because that's all they have, because they've never actually cared about anything besides themselves. And they want to just deduce everything down to money. And that money is the only reason that motivates people. Trust me, this is not, there are so many other things. It's not a money thing. Trust me. People think we make a ton of money. No one cares, man. No one cares. What do we got here? Hour 30. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because they're like, I'm exploiting the exploiters. Like, what? What? Do you like the deuce? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. See? Yes. StreamYard costs. I get the good StreamYard too. It's like the $50 one, I think. But I can do multiple shows. And thank goodness you're never ever getting back together again. She was a boy and I was a girl. Could it be any more obvious? You guys have a good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the gifted memberships, the super chats, and stickers. 8 new members tonight. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great night.
Oh my.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh my.